Hello, everybody, and a big by design greeting to everyone from all over the world joining us for this very next version of Online Marketing Made Easy with Cheryl Coco. It was so exciting just a minute ago. I didn't even see where all of you are from, but I saw Panama, I saw Bolivia, I saw Colombia, I saw Thailand, I saw Brazil. Why don't you put in the chat box right now, where are you coming from to join this incredible new product training of Online Marketing Made Easy? So great to welcome all of you, as it is every single Monday night, for this exceptionally beneficial product training session. And tonight, Cheryl Coco is here with us again. I was thinking just a moment ago that last night were the famous Grammy Awards, and Beyonce became the most decorated artist in the history of the Grammys. Well, I couldn't help but think that if online marketing was one of the Grammy categories, that Cheryl Coco would have given Beyonce a run for her money as the queen of the Grammys. But in the meantime, Cheryl is the queen of online marketing, and tonight she's going to share some great wisdom and tips with you regarding making your websites more prominent, stand out, and impact people in a much more powerful way than ever before. So without any further delay, and I know we're getting started just a minute or two late, but it's my honor to turn the mic officially over to the queen of Online Marketing Made Easy, Cheryl Coco.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. I'm blushing. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Dave. It's always good to be here with my By Design family, and I'm super excited to share with you a bit about OMA and how you can really make your website pop. With OMA, you have the opportunity to build as many websites as you want to. And today I want to share with you different ways that you could build a website, but what really makes it stand out. So just for a minute, if you would stick with me here, I want you to think of the last time you looked at a website. You're probably looking at a website every few minutes. We know that people are online, but you have to think of different ways where if someone landed on your website, not only are they going to land on it, but what's going to make them want to stay there? What's going to make you stand out? What's going to make you memorable the moment that they get to that website, right? Do you want to be like everyone else in a sea of websites, or do you really want to stand out? If you want to stand out, please feel free to put it here in the chat, because that's what we're going to discuss today. How you can really make that website pop off of the page. You see, we've been looking at websites for a long time, and we've seen the basic structure of a website. We see what they look like. So the moment that you have an opportunity to catch someone's eye and keep that appeal, we want to make sure that you can do it. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen with you, and we're going to go into OMA and give you just a few tips on how color can make a difference in a website. So right now I'm sharing my screen, and this is, oh, maybe I moved it. This is inside of my OMA account, right? So I've taken the liberty of kind of setting something up for you. You can always add a new website by clicking on Add New, but I want to edit a website here, right? And you could see this simple, easy to use template that's already here for you. And we're going to make some changes to this website. And we're going to act like we're a realtor. How many people know someone that's selling a house or is a realtor or who's selling real estate on the market? Or maybe it's you that has a home for sale. So I'm going to take this top section, and what I really want to do is edit this top section, and you're going to see how the flow of this website is really going to come together. So in the style section, I want to change my image, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to find something that says real estate. And I'm going to look for something with a for sale sign or maybe sold sign to the left or to the right. So I can put my capture form on the other side of it. And you're going to see how it all comes together. So I'm going to find something that's to the left or to the right. Kind of like this one here, how we see that sale sign and sold. That's what people want to see. So I'm going to click on this here, and I'm going to click on OK and select. And you can see how the background of that image has changed here, right? But you really see some feature blocks over top of it, and that's okay. We're going to make some changes here. I'm going to click on save, and you're going to see some of the things that change inside of this website. Now I have welcome to OMA. And as a realtor, what I really want to do is give people an opportunity to put their information in so that I can collect that lead just like anyone in business. I want to give them an offer so that they collect the lead so that I can help them out. So here in the heading section, I'm going to say, I sell homes faster. Okay. And here, I'm going to put something like 12 free tips, free to selling home. Any market. So I'm going to give away 12 free tips to selling your home faster and easier in any market. Put a period here. I'm going to change the style. Okay. Change that section background, kind of like this, so that it really stands out here. We'll click on OK. And you see where it says learn more? I want to try to match the red in the background or in that sold sign for my button. So here in the style section where that button is, I'm going to change that button color to that red that we have going on. I really want it to come off of that page bright. And I want to change the font size to something that's a little bit bigger. And I even prepared a surprise for you all here. So just take a look for just a minute at the very top of this website. See how the sold comes off the screen? And we can see that home in the background, and we can see that I sell homes faster. 12 free tips to selling your home faster and easier in any market. Okay? But we really want to make this come off of the page. So I want you to think about colors, your brand, what you stand for, what you're selling. And I want you to make choices in your website design that would be pretty gutsy today, because you could either stand out in the crowd or blend in. You only have two choices, and it's blend in or stand out. And you have to decide or make the conscious decision to really want to stand out. Okay. So here in this headline section, what I want to do is I'm going to change the background style. Watch the transformation of this website with me. So see how it has the solid color here as the section background? What I want to do is kind of look how dark we're going. Okay. I want to almost go that kind of dark that's in the shading of the background there. All right. So I'm going to choose this color here, and I'm going to do that throughout. And now you can't see any of my content. And I'm going to put something like, I sell homes faster. And then I'm going to change the style here and the heading, and I'm going to change this to white. Now you'll see how things start to pop off of the page now. Okay. And then in the subheading here, I'm going to say 20 years experience. More my area. I'm going to do something like that, right? Now I'm going to take this subheading and I may make it white. I'm going to make it a little bit larger here. And I might even make it red. Just give me 1 second because I really want it to come off the page. I want you to not be able to miss it. So I'm going to take this red from this button and I'm going to do it here in this subheading. Change here. I want to see if I can really make this thing stand out and make it bold. I want to stop people in their tracks. So do you know that the color red means stop? It means stop. It means take a look. It means, you know, we use yellow, the color yellow, to have people slow down. The reason that your for sale sign is red, it causes people to mentally stop. If I was selling something like food, I would use the color orange because it makes people hungry. Color has meaning, right? So you really want to do stuff to make it come off the page. So I saved this section and I want to show you just a bit, right? So here, if I took the very top of this section and I only showed you to I sell homes faster, what comes off the page more? It's this section that will come off of the page more. So I want to continue to repeat that dark, which isn't always done, so that I can stand out, right? Maybe I have a real estate video that's here. I'm actually going to go back to this style and I'm going to take this section here, this color of this background, and I'm going to change this style and that section background here that says white. I'm going to change it just so that you can see that video, and you can add a video here. Let's say if you're in real estate, I just took this one as an example. And I'm going to change it here. Okay. Now, can I do the exact same thing in this entire section, right? I want to change this style in this entire, well, here, section, content. Okay. I'm going to change title of your video and I'm going to say 3 staging tips to sell your home. Tips to sell your home. Actually going to make like this. Okay. And I want it to stand out. So let's see if I can add a section background here. And I'm going to go solid color. And it's got to be pretty gutsy here. So let's see what we got. Drag down to that gray that I had. And you'll see here, right? I'll find that exact gray in just a second. I'm just going to copy that hex code here, right? Great video. Okay, cancel. Style. Section background. And change it here, right? You're saying, whoa, that looks pretty dark. Okay, just give me a second, right? So in that heading, I'm going to make that color white. And in the subheading, exact same deal, right? So it comes up off of the page, okay? So we're going to see how this makes something completely different come off the page. What you see comes off of the page, okay? So here in the edit text block, I'm just going to make this white. I'm going to change my font size here to maybe 20. Okay. And let's click save. Let's edit and preview. Can we see things that are standing out? Absolutely, but I still want to make some changes here. So go inside of a content section here. I want to see if I can duplicate it. No. You could always duplicate a section here as well. So I'm going to delete that section. I may even change the background here. Background, solid color. See if I still have that here. Yep. And when I change the button color to maybe a red. Maybe I'll say something like learn more here, or you can add whatever you want inside of that button, and I'm going to click on save. Now I really want this section about me to stand out, so I'm going to pull or drag in another content section, and I'm actually going to change the background color to this section to black, or kind of this grayish section here, and I'm going to split it. Now I want to tell you here in the image section, I'm going to grab a large image, and I'm going to change the image to myself, because you could upload any image that you'd like. Click OK. OK, select. Oh, no, not in that section. I didn't want it in that section. Here, maybe I could delete this section. You can delete as many sections as you'd like. Pull another content section here, style, color, change. Okay. Okay, large image. Upload profile. Now that you can see all of my great content that's on my background here. And I even want to add a large text block that says something like here. My name is Cheryl Coco. Area. Something like this. I'm going to change the size here to like 20. And then I'm going to change it to white. I'm even going to kind of pull this down here. Okay. And I can add a button that says connect with me. And I can redirect them, let's say, to Facebook, right? I change the style and the button color to that red that I love so much here. And I can click on OK and then save. You know what? I may even drag this section up here like this. And I'm going to click on save and then preview. So what I want you to see is kind of a different approach to the usual background of a website that you see every single day, because our eye is so used to it, we kind of fall asleep to it. We're like, okay, I've seen it, same thing. What can you do when you're designing something? If you have a website, what can you do with OMA? If I'm insurance, I'm going to really stick out blue. It's the color that helps people, right? And if you're taking notes right now, I'm actually going to come back and kind of look at people just so that they can see what color can do. Look, color in the background of your website can make something come off the page really strong so that people don't forget. If you're selling real estate, The color red makes people stop, stare, and look. So we want to make sure that we're using that color and making people stop. But the red has to stand out from the page, right? Or from the website. If I'm an insurance agent or I sell insurance, right? You want to use like a color that's blue, that's helpful. If you help people, if you sell a product that helps someone else, and you're really in the business of people in that product, and you need to form or create a relationship, you need to using the color blue makes people feel comfortable. It makes people feel okay. They want to click on it. It's instant joy, right? If you use a button color that's yellow, right, it's kind of makes people go slow or slow down, and is a different kind of color to use, and often used as gold in the beauty industry, if you've ever seen it, right? In the beauty industry, a lot of people use a gold color, a gold almost yellow. It slows down, it picks up different tones, right? And when we find the food industry is one that I love because it's orange, and I think it's kind of silly, is in that orange, you make people feel hungry. Color has meaning. So when you're in OMA and you're designing a website, you have such flexibility. But the flexibility comes in, how would you want to stand out? What is it that you want people to see? Now, you see how this says, I sell homes faster, right? And let's say that this is for real estate. I'm going to take a moment, right? I want everybody to keep this picture in your head, because I want to take a moment and show you something different. Okay, when we formulate information here, ready? Everybody has to see the difference that happens here. Okay, so we have this website that's right here. Okay, we have things that really stand out. I want to focus on this top here because that's where we are. And I'm going to save and exit here. And I want to show you the difference that happens. I want to see if I can duplicate this really quickly. Okay, so this is just a copy of that same website. So now you can see them side by side. I'm going to edit this website just so that you can understand here. In the background, I'm going to choose white. Okay, and in that settings section here or here, where I said I sell homes faster, that heading I'm going to make black. That subheading I'm going to make black, like most people usually would on a website, right? And then in this section, I'm going to change the style, and I'm going to make the background section background white. Okay, great. I'm going to take this section, I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to make it black. Great. And this section here, I'm going to click OK. But this section here, and change the style, section background to white. And I'm going to change the content here. Heading black. Subheading black. Going to go over here to content. I'm going to edit the text block. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to change it to black. Great. Okay. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change this background, right? Section background to white. Okay. Save. We're going to preview it. So a lot of people would say, okay, this looks like a website. All right, here it is. It's white, it's clean. But if I sent you this, you have to understand what will stick out more. Where does your eye go to more? Where have I gathered your attention? We got the white, it's playing with that color to make you do something that's different than everybody else. We see this all the time, so we tend to go to sleep on it. We're like, okay, great. That's awesome. and it's the same. And in a world where people are building websites and you have this opportunity, you just have to kind of be gutsy in what you want to do, so that when someone lands on your website, they can't help but say, wait, what's going on here? I'd rather catch somebody just hold on a second. What's happening? Why is this different? Like, you can't help but remember what stands out to you or why something is different. If you saw somebody walking down the street and their shirt was all different colors and they had a whole bunch of stuff going on, and you saw somebody in the same white t-shirt that everybody else is wearing, you have to decide where you want to be and how you want to stand out. So I want you to take some of these examples that we have here, right? I'm just going to save and exit here. And you can create a very clean, very simple, very like what everybody knows and they're used to. Or you can decide to go into that background and understand that color has meaning. It always has meaning and what you want to send out. So if color has meaning, and we know, right, that, hey, if red means stop and yellow means slow down and blue means I'm comforting or welcoming, or people get a feeling from it, or they can't stop looking at something, right? Or you want to make something that has much more of an impact, where I guess you have to decide whether people like it or not. Will they always remember what you sent, or will you get lost in the background? And the greatest thing that I think, or one of the greatest things about OMA, is that you can change it. You can edit it. You can decide. You don't have to be stuck, because you can make changes on the fly whenever you want to. Like, in building a website, we don't have to go and ask anybody, can you change this for me today? The simple edits and things like that I'm sharing with you, anybody can do. And this is kind of how you can explore and market and decide, look, how do I want to stand out? Now, here in the realtor checklist, I kind of just created this realtor checklist for you, right? So this would go here. I'm telling you why I'm doing this, right? So if I want to edit this page, not this one, that was the wrong one, sorry. If I want to edit this page and I want to make people go to that second page here, where I created the checklist, and I'm going to click on save and exit, and I want to preview this page now. I'm going to type in my name, my phone number, my email address to learn more inside of this section, right? So that I can see exactly what some prospect is going to do inside of this section. But when they come here, I change it up. I'm saying, okay, here's all of the content and great content that I was going to share with you also inside of a website, so that I generated that lead. Real estate agents, insurance agents, marketers, no matter what you do, you have some kind of content that people want access to. It's how you deliver it, right? Have you ever noticed that most people say, or you can find a trainer, or you can find somebody out there that does almost the exact same thing. It's in the delivery that makes people attracted to them, or it's in the delivery or how they deliver, where people go, wow, even if you said the exact same thing. So if I said to you just like this, By Design is amazing. I love being here on Monday. And then I said to you, By Design is amazing. I love being here on Monday. It's saying the exact same thing, but with a different tone or reflection in your voice. It's the exact thing that you do inside of a website. You can say almost the exact same thing. It's not the content, it's how you deliver it that makes you stand out. And I'm telling you, in a world where everyone has a website, if I can give you one piece of advice in the opportunity that OMA has for you, it's to get in there and really think about what you can do. Just there's a saying and it says, you don't have to be better, you just have to be different. That's marketing. You don't have to be better, you just have to be different. You have to have the guts enough to just do something this little bit that's different. So today, when you're exploring a website or you're sent somewhere and you're looking at it or somebody's built it, I want you to think of what you've seen in the past. And I want you to take this and say, this might be a little gutsy. I might be doing something that's a little dark, or I might be doing that's a background that's a little bright. I want you to keep it all one color and keep it uniform so it's clean. I don't want you to be all over the map, right? But if you have that uniform all the way down, whether it be your favorite color, lavender or blue or something, I would rather have people say, yo, what happened to your website? Then I looked at it, because they won't be able to help what they're looking at. Remember that delivery. Remember, it always comes down to this. I love by design. I love being here on Monday. Or, I love by design. I love being here on Monday. It's the same exact delivery that you have in OMA, and it's that same exact opportunity. So what you have, or the potential that you have inside of OMA, really, like what you're given here is the ability to stand out, right? And you can do that. Come back over here and just start exploring with what you like. Maybe you want to take this background and do something a little bit wild with it. Maybe you're in insurance and you want to change the background to, like, if I was in insurance, I would kind of go with like a blue that wasn't so overwhelming, but this blue is kind of like maybe this kind of blue all the way, something with a white that pops out, that letter, just to make it so when somebody came to see me, it was absolutely unforgettable. It was unforgettable. So what really is marketing? What really makes people stand out? It's one of the things that I live by. It's a lot of people are always trying to be better, but you don't have to be better. Most of the time, we're sharing information that's already shared. It's you have got to be different. And that is a lot of the key to success. I want you to ask yourself when the last time you heard an original training that you've never heard before, it was probably taken from someone else. If you're going to build it and you're going to take OMA and you want somebody to turn their head, or you're walking down the street and is the same white t-shirt going to turn the same head as a bright yellow shirt? Do you know why? When you see, like, I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I tend to come here and overshare sometimes. In my background, when they introduce me for OMA, I have a purple shirt on because it stands out. Usually on social media, it's not a black or a white. And I send this profile picture a lot of times when somebody puts me on a panel to speak, this one right here with the yellow, because I know that if there's a bunch of people listed Yellow means slow down, and most people will wear black and white. And I know that most of the eyes will go right over to me. And whether people like it or not is a different decision. But I know that they will slow down and I know that they will look. So what do you have in OMA? You have the ability to stand out, the ability to be different, the ability to market different. And in a world where everybody goes online, we already know this. That's why our biggest customer base is online. People are going to look at your website. What can you do to not just be a little bit better, but what can you do to be different? I encourage you to all get back there inside of OMA, do a little something. There's tons of tips and tricks that we share inside of training all the time. But today I wanted to share with you the absolute impact that By Design and OMA can have with every single person that might have been building websites or haven't had the opportunity to build a website before in their past, but that can do it now. And not just do it, they can do it well. They can do it amazingly, but they can also do it just a little bit different. And that, my friends, is marketing. So I'm going to turn it back on over to Dave. I know he said 9:45. I want to see if my time is up now. Turn it over to you.
Cheryl, thank you so very much. You've
For
done
sure.
it again. Is there any wonder why we always look forward to online marketing made easy? Incredible. Your passion once again is awesome. The hints that everybody received today to make their website pop, to give it a bam factor, was so effective. Thank you so much. And that phrase that I think all of us are going to remember, you don't have to be better, you just have to be different. So on behalf of all of our brand ambassadors in BD Nation, we thank you very, very much for your time again. And I love, as you can see, I'm wearing yellow too. So thank you for those comments about the right colors at the right time. So thank you very much, Cheryl.